Hello everyone, it's Heidi and welcome to this week's episode of Baby Name Sunday. Today is super special and kind of bittersweet because I am going to be giving you guys my final Zodiac baby name list. Now I saved best for last. No, I'm just joking. All of them are amazing. But today we are doing Capricorn Zodiac baby names. Now, I personally am a Capricorn. I'm born on January 1st. So I'm like right in the middle. So I was very excited to share this list with you guys today. Ton of amazing Capricorn inspired names. But before I get into the video, be sure you guys are subscribed by hitting the red button down below. Be sure you guys to go check me out over on Instagram. And if you want another baby name resource, I do have my blog, which is babynamesunday.com. All right, so I'm gonna start off with a few personality traits of a Capricorn, which I always do in my Zodiac name list. So if you do wanna skip ahead, here is the time to do so. Now, to start off with some personality traits or a little bit about a Capricorn. We are born between December 22nd and January 20th. We are represented by the sea goat. So Capricorns are actually the very last earth sign and the last sign to bring us into the new year. Every single year. They are known for their abilities to get the job done and to work their way up the mountain no matter how hard it may get. Basically just like a mountain goat. They are often ambitious workaholics and very down to earth, but they are always striving to make tomorrow a better day than today. Capricorn's ruling planet is Saturn, which I find such an amazing name for a girl. Davian is obsessed with Saturn, and Saturn is ruled by the god of agriculture and wealth. Some gemstone names or names that mean garnet, onyx, or turquoise make perfect gender-neutral choices. And lastly, floral names or names that symbolize the lotus flower make perfect Capricorn baby names as well. All right, so moving now into my Capricorn baby name list. So amazing. I'll also link down below my New Year's inspired baby names, which I did make a video about that about a year ago. So I'll have that video linked down below if you want even more New Year's inspired baby names. To start off today's list, I have some amazing choices here, guys. All right, first off, I have the name Emelina. Spelled A-M-E-L-I-N-A, Emelina. How gorgeous is that? Very similar to those popular names like Amelia or Amelie, and this one is Old German, also meaning work. This one is so unranked, it's in the 15,000, so it's a great honorary name or maybe name alternative to Amelia. Another option here, very similar to Amelina, if you want something a little bit more shorter, I have the name Mella, spelled M-I-L-L-A, Mella. This one's also German, very gorgeous, and it does mean industrious. So that work or work ethic right behind your little girl. I definitely love this so much. Mella for your little girl. And this one's a little bit more trendier as it's just underneath the 2000s right now. Next up, and moving over to the boy side, I have the name Nevo, spelled N-I-V-O, Nevo. O ending names for boys is such a sweet spot for me, but this one's German rooted, also meaning new. I personally love any baby names that mean new just because it symbolizes that new year, that new beginning, and that new little life for your little one. I think it's super sweet for a little boy, especially more shorter, and this one is completely unranked. Swinging back over to the girl side, I actually have a couple options here. So we have the name Capri, C-A-P-R-I, or we have Capria with that I-A ending. I am in love with both of these names. So it's Italian rooted, it's a place name, but I pulled this both from Capricorn. So you have Capri at the beginning and ending with that A on the end for Capria. I just think that is just something else. Capri is actually a gender neutral name. It's ranking for both boys and for girls. As for Capria, if you're wanting something a little bit more unique, it is absolutely unranked. Switching things up here, something a little bit more neutral, I have Jordanus. So J-O-R-D-A-N-E-S, Jordanus. Or this one, you could pronounce it as like Jordanes, but Jordanus is kind of the proper pronunciation there. It's actually rooted from Norse, German, and Hebrew roots, meaning land. And in Hebrew, it could be taken as like an honorary name or a derivative of Jordan, meaning flowing down the Jordan River. Capricorns are represented by that sea goat, so that sea, that fish in them. I really like that. We are now jumping into a virtue name, I have the name Revel, spelled R-E-V-E-L, Revel. This is so cool to me. I love the edginess of it, but it literally means to rejoice. And I think going into that new year, new you, new me, new baby, I think this really symbolizes something to rejoice, to be merry, and to be excited about. So I really love that. I also really think this makes a perfect New Year's Eve or New Year's Day baby. So please add that one to your list if you possibly could be having a baby on the 31st of December or January 1st. All right, now for the boy side, I have a couple options. We have the name Lance, spelled L-A-N-C-E, but I also have Lonzo, spelled L-A-N-Z-O, Lance and Lonzo. The reason why I'm putting these two together is because they are both actually German rooted. Lance is actually English from German, both meaning land, pulling from that earth sign of a Capricorn. And Lance is actually in the top 1000s right now. I've seen it populating everywhere, and I feel like a lot of parents are loving this one for their little boy. Lonzo, though, is completely unranked right now and has been since 2019. We are now moving over to the girl side, and we have a Sanskrit originated name. This is the name Padma, spelled P-A-D-M-A, Padma, and this one means lotus. Now again, just like the floral symbol for a Capricorn, meaning lotus, Padma makes a perfect Capricorn little baby. It is also, if you are in love with Harry Potter, it is one of the character names in the series. It's also a name rich in Hindu culture and tradition, so I really love that. Moving down the list here, my next option I have for you guys is the name Cameron, spelled K-A-M-R-A-N, or you can do like Cameron, you know, a little bit of that different pronunciation there. It means prosperous or successful. So I love that. Behind a Capricorn, they're workaholics, working day, working during the night, and they strive for big goals. So they tend to be very successful. So I really like that behind a name. It also could be a really great option to that classic name Cameron. So timeless. I love this spelling, and it's just under the 3000s for boys right now. My next two options here are actually Japanese rooted. I love them both. So first off, I have the name Aquino, spelled A-K-E-N-O, Aquino. I hope I'm pronouncing that right, but it's Japanese rooted, meaning bright shining field, in the morning, or beautiful sunrise. Like, this just gives me this nature, picturesque scene. It's almost like a symbol of new beginnings with that morning sunrise in the morning. I don't know, this is just one of those names that I love the meaning of so much, and especially painting that picture of going into that new year with those new beginnings. I feel like this is a perfect match. It's been unranked since 2020, so definitely a great Japanese option to add to your list. Then for my second Japanese option here, a little bit more girly, I have the name Ayuka, spelled A-Y-U-K-A, Ayuka. This one is so beautiful. Again, like I said, it's both Japanese rooted, Aquino, which is a little bit more unisex, and Ayuka, so pretty. It means sweet fish. And I kind of like that because, you know, the sea goat, it's half fish, half goat. So I really like to pull from that. And it's unranked and uncharted since 2016. I think this is super cute. You can do that nickname Yuka. I would totally add this one to my own personal baby names list, to be honest. And I think Davian would love it too. All right, time for another German option here. We have the name Dresden, spelled D-R-E-S-D-E-N, Dresden. This one is German rooted, meaning people from the forest by the river. So again, pulling from that nature vibe, that earth sign of a Capricorn. I think a lot of you will also really like that for that D-E-N ending. It's really unique. It's rare for the boy side, and it's unranked since 2020 for the girl side. So it could be gender neutral, but I love the nickname like Dre. Next, I have a couple options here, actually one for boys, one for girls. So we have the name Hellona, spelled H-A-L-O-N-A. This one's super beautiful. It's a Samoan name, meaning happy fortune. So very bright and cheery, full of fortune and good luck. I think this just symbolizes so much. So maybe if you do have some Samoan heritage or Polynesian heritage, this is such a beautiful name. Now for option number two, for the boy side, with that nickname Hal, I have the name Helen, spelled H-A-L-L-A-N. Helen. I can also hear the Allen in there, so you could really do this as a cool honorary name. It's English rooted, meaning at the rocks. So again, pulling from that land, pulling from that earth sign, love it. And it's been unranked since 2020. So many of these names are unranked, uncharted. That's what I always love about my Zodiac named lists. They're always so rare. So be sure you guys go check out the rest of my Zodiac playlist down below, which you'll find a ton of different names for a ton of different Zodiac signs. Whether you are into that or not, there are some really great rare name options to choose from there. All right, so moving on to another boys option. This one is so timeless. I have the name Owen, spelled O-W-E-N, Owen. This one is so sweet, guys. It's both Irish and Welsh rooted, meaning the yew tree means young warrior or well-born. So a bunch of wonderful characteristics and meanings behind this. It's been sitting at spot number 27 for a bit here on the boys side, so that is insane. It's definitely a hot commodity, but just a goodie. You know what? Like, so many of you guys love the name Owen, and I would go for it. Like, why not? If you love the name, go for it, regardless of its ranking. And then for the girls, it has been ranking. It's in the 4,000s right now, and definitely making its way up on the name charts. Speaking of the neutral choices, I have another neutral option here, and that's the name Adri, spelled A-D-R-I. Adri. And this one is Hindi, Bengali, Tamil, and many other Indian origins, meaning mountain, rock, seven, thunderbolt, sun, and cloud. You basically have it all here. I really wanted it because it means mountain, and I think all names that mean mountain are just so cool. And obviously we have the mountain goat, you know, greatest of all time. It's in the 12,000s for boys, so very rare, and it's in the 9,000s for girls. Again, very rare. I have a few more names here left on the list. So next up, a J name for the girl side. Everybody's been asking for this. So I have the name Jael or JL, spelled J-A-E-L-L-E. Depending on where you are in the world, it really depends on how you would pronounce that one, but it's Hebrew rooted, meaning wild mountain goats. Basically, the meaning says it all. You can do that nickname J, and this one's in the 7,000s for girls. Super sweet boy's name here next. Totally could be a sibling to Owen. We have the name Edwin, spelled E-D-W-I-N, Edwin. How sweet is this one? It's English rooted, meaning a rich and prosperous friend. This is just so dreaming to me. I love how you can do the nickname Eddie or Win if you want something a little bit more modern. And I feel like this makes a great honorary name for Edwards or Eddies in the family. And then that brings me to my final two name options here. And I kind of put them together because they sound very similar, as it sounds like a boys option and a girls option. For the girls, I have the name Makara, spelled M-A-K-A-R-A, Makara. This one is a Hindi astrology name, literally directly meaning born under Capricorn. You can't get any more Capricorn-y than that, right? It's also a Greek-rooted name meaning blessed and happy. Again, down to earth, blessed, happy. That is what Capricorns are all about. And I actually mentioned this one in my New Year's baby name list that is linked down below, but I had to add it on this one as well so you guys could really hear it out again. Then lastly, last but not least though, for a boy, I have the name Macario, spelled M-A-C-A-R-I-O, Macario. How handsome with that O ending. It's Spanish from Greek rooted, meaning blessed. And blessed for this little life and bringing him into the new year. So you can't go wrong with any of those names. Bless, joy, new beginnings, any of those names with those kind of meanings make perfect New Year's baby names or Capricorn names in general. That is it with the video. Thank you guys so much for watching. I hope you guys enjoyed this series of astrology baby names. Please go and check out the link down below to see my Zodiac names playlist. If you guys missed any of my previous videos, they'll be all linked down below. And be sure, if you are a Capricorn just like myself, please include, if you feel comfortable, your name below, or if you are having a Capricorn baby, please let us know in the comments below. But I'd love to see all of my other Capricorn friends in the comments. All right guys, this is my very final video before Christmas. So thank you again so much for watching my videos. Thank you for subscribing down below. It's completely free. Thank you for checking me over on Instagram. Thank you, thank you, thank you. I am beyond appreciative. I hope you guys stay safe. I hope you guys are all well. And I will see you guys next Sunday on Boxing Day for us in Canada, but on the 26th with another baby name list. All right, take care guys, bye.